Hey, here we are, back again, just finishing up, washing up our hands, getting ready to prepare tonight's dinner. Today's episode, we're working on the Chana Masala. That's the old Indian dish with chickpeas and seasoning and such. So we got a pan on the go here. We put a little oil in it. It's been warmed up ahead of time. And what we're going to do in there is take a teaspoon of some cumin seeds and some black mustard seeds and fire them in there. And those are going to pop and cook and release some of the goodness that we talk about. And then when that happens, after that we're going to add our diced onions, some ginger and garlic that we've already prepped up as well. So we should be, again, in business fairly quickly. Here we have already started the cumin seeds and the black pepper seeds. I'm going to find a lid for that because they're going to pop as they heat up. You can already hear them doing it a little bit. We're just going to give them a little cover, so that'll help us. It almost sounds like popcorn, and that's great. That means we have our pan hot enough and ready to go. We'll put back our seeds. We of course have our fry pan or pan or pot, whatever you're using, at about a medium heat. So number 5 on our character here, and our usual goodness of scratching the surface, working on the surface here, and then we're going to put it on the onions here in just a second. Add our diced up onions, 1 whole onion diced up of regular size, and turn the heat down and cook out our onions. So we're turning down our heat. We're going to get our onions that we already done up here. You notice that we had our cutting board on a cloth as usual. Keep that from sliding. So you hear that already. We know our pan's hot. Our onions are here, ready to go. I'm going to cook those up. Saute those for about a minute or two. Just again to take the edge off the bite. This is our start. Now covered again. Part of our fun on scratching the surface here is of course trying to help you, us, whoever, feel more confident in the kitchen. When I was cooking at the Banff Springs Hotel in the mid-90s, I had a boss there who wanted to make me well aware that what we were learning and what we were doing wasn't just a job, but we were attaining a life skill. And so now it's this time for all of us, wherever we are, in the midst of the pandemic, that we attempt to work on our other life skills. So maybe you're learning other things at your house. We're focusing on cooking as our attempt to keep ourselves entertained, interested, and most importantly, fed. So the onions are going there. We're going to add the 3 cloves of garlic and about a couple centimeter cube of fresh garlic in there, so that now that's all minced up. Just had at her when we did that. Again, here we're trying to not necessarily speed up the process for you at home, but let you get the brass tacks of exactly what we're making, and then you can work at your own speed or whatever you feel most comfortable with. And again, we're doing all this up in about a couple teaspoons worth of olive oil, or vegetable oil to start. So cover that again. Don't be afraid to cover things. And then in our seasoning, we've put in 2 teaspoons of turmeric. We got some cayenne pepper here. Actually, measure this one for half a teaspoon, so it doesn't get too hot for our house, but maybe you'd like it hotter. We'll add that in there. Found ourselves some coriander powder. So we're going to take a teaspoon of that, throw that in there. Find ourselves curry powder. May as well throw a couple teaspoons of that. 1, 2, and then that's what we're gonna stay with for today. We'll go back to our pot. Here we are. This is all cooking down just fine. Ginger, garlic, the onions you can see in there are translucent. Gonna mix up our turmeric and coriander and cayenne pepper and curry powder and fire that in there. And again, just like the other day, we're gonna cook that out a little to see if we got some cumin still kicking around here at the house. You know, there's always efficient ways of dealing with your spices. Certainly if you got a better one than random bags in your cupboard, you're welcome to share it with us. Oh, here we go. Found the cumin at the end. So again, a little cumin. You're gonna mix this around. Cook it out quickly. Keep it moving. You see your pan's gonna turn and it's gonna seem like it's drying up a little. But that is not a problem at all for us. We have our trusty pre-boiled kettle water here. We'll put that in, just like when you're trying to deglaze a pan. If you've cooked with meat and there's juices on there, and you want to get the remnants off the bottom of your pan, you usually use a liquid, wine, water, take your pick. And now we have this wonderful paste. I'm going to give it another little shot of water. Move it around. And we have also gotten ourselves some chickpeas, canned chickpeas, made up, cooked up, prepped up, ready to go. And so we'll mix that around with our seasoning. And then all we got to do is let that mix up a little together, and then we're going to find a can of crushed tomatoes, which we have here. You can either use if you use tomato paste, it'll be a little thick. You probably want to thin that out. If you use tomato sauce, it might take you a little longer to cook it down, but that's fine because the flavors are going to go together and thicken up. But we here at Scratching the Surface usually do things so that we get it together pretty quickly. So we used about a third of that can to start. Gonna mix that around, and then we'll add a little more. And so we're gonna cook this for a little while, soak some basmati rice, cook that off, and then we'll be in business. So until we see you on the other side, take care, and we'll see you for things Kitty can't catch. Things Kitty can't catch! Oh, she got it. She got the straw. Kitty. Hermione. Very good. One more time. One more time. Oh. She got it. She got it. That's right. That's right. Things Kitty can catch a straw. Okay, so we gave our Chana Masala the time we needed to cook it down, thicken it up. It's still going here. we found ourselves a little basmati rice to finish with, and so we're going to take some of that basmati rice, fire it there on our plate, get our chanas, fire that right beside it, leave some space. We're going to serve it up with some yogurt at the table. There's a little cilantro. We took some leaves and cut it up. There you go. That, my friends, is Chana Masala, 25 Harris Drive.